them all. Just limit your risk, you know? So, anyways, I am not going to be present at my computer. I had a long night, guys. I'm running off of like literally maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep. And I wasn't trading, I was preoccupied with something else, but there is potential in this market. The market's moving well today. So just be patient, wait for your quality setups, and you're gonna do it. You're gonna find success in this market today. It's gonna present a lot of opportunities. Okay. But I'm gonna stop my stream and Rigo. I mean, dude is gonna start his, okay? Or it's already started. But if you guys have any questions,
Wonderful, guys. Wonderful. So I'm gonna be doing just a quick down analysis just to understand where we are.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put here weekly. Second here. So we have some sideways movement. We got top of demand. Okay, here, demand zone. It's just to understand where we are, guys. My bad.
Hey, Marcos.
Hey, bestie. Marquito, todo ese maje que estaba haciendo. See something here. So we did tap gap already.
All right. Marcos, I was just telling the team how I don't know if nobody's talking, right?
Nobody.
I'm not gonna be here, but like literally you could have gotten that down move on a 30-second chart. And like I was just showing Sleepy and T how they could have taken advantage of that using like the boxes or just the trend, reading the trend, and it was such a tiny risk. Like this was the area right here that we identified, and obviously like taking it wick to wick would have been the ideal entry because we're on a smaller time frame. When you're on a smaller chart, always take it wick to wick. This is 6 points. So like that would have been $120 risk for one mini. And you could have modified it to 4 points and it hit with 4 points. You actually could have modified it to the proximal entry and had almost three points. So that would have been $60 of risk. If you put a little bit of soft rubber, maybe 80. So it's just literally market gives so much. What would have like probably want forced people to get out was seeing like this sideways consolidated mess, but still take the trade, take the risk. You will make more money taking the trade, taking the risk if you just take it. You don't need to risk and do 30 minis, 30 micros, I mean. You can take whatever risk you're comfortable with. Trading is hard, guys. You might have beginner's luck. You might have $8,000 today. Tomorrow, you're gonna get tilted. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna literally like feel compelled to try to get your money back. Try to get your money back. You have to have self control. None of us should be blowing accounts. We should all be practicing that self control so that we could maintain. It's all about the longevity of your account. It's all about um staying present in this market. And so that's one thing that I want to instill in you guys is that we are going to have to practice safe trading, meaning we shouldn't be over leveraging. Okay, that is the sure way to lose your account. I'm not gonna be here for you guys today. Dude is gonna take over the stream. I don't know where he's at. Maybe he's like in the bathroom or
I'm right
something.
here. I'm
I
right
don't
here.
know.
I'm right here. My bad, guys.
Let
I'm just doing
me,
a.
I mean, he'll be here. I want him to be here during market open, but obviously I cannot be here. I'm unable. I have an obligation. So I have an appointment right now. And oh shoot, I gotta go. All right, I gotta go, guys. I'm gonna log in on my phone. Safe trading. Bye.
All right, guys. So real quick, let's see here. I appreciate Ronnie talking. I was just doing a top-down analysis while I'm trying to understand what's going on in the market. So right now we do have some sort of reversal already happening. We're late to that move. So we're gonna do two things. We're gonna wait for market to maybe come back up to give us a supply zone if it's really something that we're gonna retest to then flush into what potentially would be 644 target. From 644, if we do get a rapid fire upward movement, we're just gonna play like this huge range from 760 to 640. That's about a total of 100 points more or less range. We want to be patient. We want to understand where the market makers are gonna go. So what I'm gonna be doing is also highlighting the zone 588 into 540 as a key level for demand. So if we tap this and we start jumping to the upside with strong momentum, then I already know they're not done with this area. So this area will be something of a question that we will have a 30-point move inside the zone from demand. So if you guys could just take a note of that. So 550 to 587 demand zone. Support for the pullback 644. And then we do have a supply from 726 to 693 that we want to see some kind of reaction to go and come back down into this demand zone. We do have a 15-minute gap, a double top neckline retest pending. Optimal trade entry 724. And we do see kind of like a setup for sells. I just got to be patient. Got to be patient. Anybody have any ideas at this very moment? How you doing, Andrea?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you guys doing today?
Oof, a little tired, a little sick, but I'm good. I'm good.
I couldn't recognize your voice for a second.
Yeah, I'm congested. I have like this migraine that doesn't go away since yesterday. I got a little rain on yesterday. It's been raining like crazy in Miami.
Oh, oh, that's an ugly rain because it's
Mm-hmm.
hot, huh?
Heck yeah, it's
Yes.
humid all the time.
I like it. I like your forecast this morning. It definitely matches mine. I'm looking down towards 581
Mm-hmm.
and then back up to the 700 zone and then down to rush through the 581. So I'm seeing the same thing as you are.
Wonderful, fantastic. Let me go ahead and make that a note on my thing so we both can see it in live and all that good stuff. Sandria, optimal entry.
So, yeah, I'm seeing it going to it right now to 581
Mm-hmm.
and then a bounce back
So if you
to
do,
the seventh.
so if you do notice that 692 and 726 zone that we're talking about, it was tapped right here. It was like a one tick, and then it dropped right away. Came back and retested it,
Hmm.
came right back. Now we're seeing some kind of like trap for buyers if it is a zone that we're gonna see supply to trap everybody and then come to the downside. That'll be interesting, guys. Make sure that you guys are in the right contract. MNQZ 25. Just make sure you guys are not in minis today, please. Good morning, Marcos. Good morning, NX Ski. How are you, brother? Sleepy, good morning. How are you, Gold?
Morning.
Let's see here. Are we long chat or slow grind to the upside to kill both sides? I'm taking it easy, Matt. I'm not really rushing anything at the moment. I did get my FXA account ready. I'm really gonna grow this account slowly and surely. If I get $200 a day, I'm gonna get $200 a day. If I get a little bit more than that, glory to God. But I'm chilling. I'm just gonna take it slow. So there goes into the supply zone. We're getting that tap of this small gap on the 1 minute, 697. We're going to be patient. We're gonna be patient, profitable, and one with the market, guys. Good morning, T. How are you? So in case you guys want to review this later on, this is what the plan is at the moment. In case you're new to the stream at this very moment, let me go ahead and screenshot this for you guys, and then this way we can review it, recap in the afternoon. So let me also send this to equities, price pains. Anybody have any specific bias today? I want to hear it. Don't be shy. I already have my game plan. I already wrote what you guys should be seeing right now. We have sort of like an ugly double top waiting to retest neckline. Neckline optimal entry 727 or shorts into like 580s with a crazy flush. If I see the crazy flush, I'm just going to take it. In total will be 100 points down to the down movement if I see rapid fire. 1 hour does touch like a support area. So this little 1 hour gap right here. So I'm going to put here 1 hour gap because we're reacting of it. And we're going to make this sort of like a light green just because it's light now. Once we cross 640 and we're down with rapid fire below 623, if we tap this area with rejection of 705, 707, 720, I'm definitely taking that short. And it's going to be small size. I'm going to be comfortable losing 50 to 70, maybe $80 per trade, guys. So don't think that we're going to be aiming for rapid, big moves, big crazy moves. I want to grow this account slow and sure. All right, so we did tap 709. We do have sort of like the supply zone working in our favor at this very moment. Just need to be extra patient. We do have some sort of 30-second like double bottom in the 1 minute. Tricky area. We just gotta see who's gonna take over. The 3 minute looks strong as a continuation. Let's see what my RSI is giving me. I don't see nothing other than a top at the demand. Let's see here. What do our VWAP say? Oh, we're right at VWAP. So right now we're reacting off VWAP, guys. So just to let you know, we're 660s VWAP. Gonna be super patient here. If I get 724, if I get 724, I want to say I'm gonna pull a trigger on a short. Hey Sadira, good morning. How are you today? All right, so nice, beautiful 5 minute. Everything's starting to look like it wants to continue and find its way to the 705s on VWAP. 1 minute. Ronnie would say I'm crazy if I'm shorting this from this, so just gonna tell me to be patient. Give me 1 second. I got a cough, guys. Oh, I'm doing good, Sadira. Really happy to be back. I'm sorry that I haven't been here presently. I've been very busy running errands, helping my mom. Yesterday I was a little sick, honestly. Didn't really want to do anything and was just in bed rest more than anything. But we're back. I did activate my Express account. Let's see when I can get my first payout. It's been a little minute. I'm finally having more mental clarity and finally seeing the markets for what it should be, you know, not my emotions. Marcos will probably get a payout before I do. Let's see here. So we have some kind of retesting of this prior support area, 698, 699. We're getting multiple rejections off the zone. Interesting. Interesting. Where's the 30 minute? All right, so if you see the 30 minute, it looks like a clean, like this was a flag, they came, rejected. This was an engulfed candle. This was our rejection to the downside, creating kind of like a support or like a supply area. You see this wick on the 30 minute right here, this 723. That for me would be an indication that that's where the short is happening because it'll be wick to wick, wick to wick with a supply zone inside. I don't know. It just looks very clean for a short from that area. So let's see. I'm gonna put here 727 to be what I want. How do I do a limit order? Set limit order. I'm gonna be 726. Let's see. I'm gonna put at 726 as my limit order. 713 starting to show some signs of rejection.
Dude, I'm gonna go in at 721.
Cool. Cool. 721. Let's see. What are you seeing on 721?
I'm at a second leg and the fib is at a 30. It is the 32, a 38 fib, which is a strong fib. It might bust through it, but I do have a limit order at 721.
All right, so I'll do this. I'll put one at 722.5. How does that
Mm-hmm.
sound? And I'll put them if they both get triggered, I'll put a tight stop loss. It's all right if I get stopped out.
Yes.
Let me see here. Cool. So I have two orders, guys. I do have 722.5, 726. It does look like we're already looking heavy. As I did say, this was a supply zone. We're just looking for optimal trade entry for minimal drawdown. As you can see, it's starting to look heavy. On the 15-minute, you could already see how this 15-minute candle is creating sort of like a downward movement after the touch of the neckline. Didn't get so close to it, but it is valid. Let's just be patient. Don't chase it. Look at the 30 minutes, so heavy, starting to look beautiful for a drop. That's going to be an easy 200, $300. I keep saying 200, $300. It'll be a 200, 300 point move down to the downside. It'll be nice. But
Mm-hmm.
if this 4 hour candle closes like this exactly, trust me, we're in a nice sell zone. This is going to be a really nice sell zone for us to go to the downside. Just looking at the way that it looks, it would be easy a drop into this 580, maybe even all the way down to like 450s. Gotta zoom out. Look at this. Even though this is strong, you can see the sell just becoming even more heavy. Top of the range, bottom of the range will range around this area. Ronnie will be like, this guy's crazy. 120 points range. That's not bad. 670s. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody take that trade? With 1 minute, you're looking at a lot of money. On the 30-minute, let me see here. We're retesting this key zone. Let's see how we react here. That's gonna be a zone we're gonna have to break apart. 640s, 650s. I'm sorry. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we are officially on a short position. Anybody that is short, you're making sure you're breaking even, or you have a tight stop loss. Your tight stop loss will be like 690, 690, 6. I'm 700. No more than that. Um, you're basically making sure you're protecting yourself. Even like the closest thing you should have your stop loss to 670, 680. If you're like 1, 2 micros in. But as you can see, they're trying to defend the zone. They're not just letting it drop. I personally believe that this was as much as we're gonna get. This is already 70 points to the downside. That's crazy. Crazy with a K, guys. This is why I don't like limit orders. I'm telling you that. But it teaches you patience. If they bring this huge wick to the upside and then they reject from 725 and then they just flush it down, that'd be the craziest move for any time period that we've ever recorded sessions. Look at that. Take everybody out and then they move. That'd be crazy. Is anybody in a short at this very moment?
No.
Good. You shouldn't be if you're down here, guys. This is not an area to consider too short. All right, guys. So notice how we're already rejecting that 1 hour support gap that I have as a question mark at 646. Beautiful. See, Matt caught the short. He's not even on the live. I did share the screenshot of my move. Beautiful. Let's see here.
Just reaching for that 581. Do we want it? We wanted to go back to 721 and then down to 5, flush to 581. That would be the perfect move today.
Well, at this point, with the way that it looks on the 30-minute, I wouldn't consider any buys yet until there's a solid ground of support with some change of character, at least in the 5
Correct.
to 15 minutes. So just because we tap the zone doesn't mean we just enter, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
I liked yesterday that you said your buy is short. I didn't get a chance to join in with you guys, but I did listen. And you said we had a short yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked what you were seeing. I saw a call, but the momentum was in the shorts, and I'm like, oh, he did very good by saying looking for shorts only. Although there were some good call moves, but the calls was going to stress you out big time. Your easy plays yesterday were short, even though we had a up move. We had a strong up move, but the short was very strong.
Yeah, I do agree with
That
that.
was a good call yesterday.
There is a saying that goes, buy the rumor, sell the news. So I was only looking for sales
Right.
for that reason. And plus,
Yes.
the setup was valid. The areas were very clean. There was, I mean, yesterday, if you were in an active funded account, you were making bank. If you were like 2 micros in, they were just moving 30, 40 points per minute.
Mm-hmm.
There was no reason for anybody to be trading that with the 1 minute. If you did, you were getting cooked. Let me see here. So guys, we already got the move. We missed it. We already missed it. There's nothing wrong with that. So now the ideal thing is, do we have a strong bounce at the 550s? That's going to be our next question. And if you do enter this short, you already know we already broke the 640s, right? So 650s basically was the area of question mark for support. And the reason why is because you see this zone right here becomes resistance. Give me 1 second. If this was prior resistance and we're already breaking through it, this is the area of, this to me would be a key level. If we already broke through it like this and we're not creating any kind of momentum to the upside after tapping it multiple times, we already know that we're got to be a little careful here. And if you're shorting to get into that 580 just to get a quick scalp, you're getting burned. You're not practicing good habits of patience. And I hope you can see everything I wrote come to life here. So we have 5 minute time frame equal highs. I'm gonna run it down for you guys to see. So equal highs, why? Because we have right here, one, right? This is, to me, this is how I see the market. This is two, and what confirms it is this wick right here takes out everybody that entered here to sell, and then this long engulf candle is your confirmation candle. So if I was on here at 8:30, I would have told you guys, yo, we're looking for shorts if we enter somewhere at 741. That's why you see this yellow line here. And the beautiful thing is that you guys are gonna see on this recording how I do a top-down analysis while Ronnie was talking. And pretty much that was that was our first supply at the higher time frame. So if you guys could just put 742.25 as your higher time frame supply zone, because we will come back eventually. We always do, right? So let's put that here. I'm not even using PMO and TDO today. I was just basic technical analysis. Next thing you know, market comes down, creates some sort of pattern to make people believe it's bullish, comes right into supply. Obviously, we didn't tap the optimal. The optimal would have been that 720. We did get 714. Andrea was a little closer than I was. She was thinking 721. Maybe reasons why she was thinking of 721 is because you can see at 721 we have that long little wick right there that maybe she's just trying to tap somewhere along those lines. Um, but market flushes create some kind of like support. You can see how just because the candle looks green doesn't mean that we're in an uptrend move, even though we're like creating like a higher low to go up, right? You do see supply here is very clear, supply inside supply. and then you get 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you have 1, 2, 3, 4 in a zone, you can consider that to be like, okay, there is some sort of move to the downside before we continue up. So you're always looking for confirmation candles. You're always looking for confluences. The rejections were at 708, 709. I was saying that the whole time. I was hoping that we would have just pumped up and then come right back down. Had we broke 727, 726, I would have told you guys, hold up, we're not there yet. It's not time to short because at this moment we could just continue rallying to the 800s out of the blue. So if we have patterns that already indicate resistance on top of retesting. So if you look at the 15-minute, we have sort of like a double top. Ronnie would tell me I'm crazy. Double top, neckline retest. They didn't get as close to it, but look, this zone right here, that 713 was so close to the last wick that the flush of the wick right here was your indication. Once I already saw that, I was like, yeah, we're going short. Um, but I'm just practicing patience. There's nothing wrong with missing an ideal thing. And then if you look at the 30-minute, we already broke below the body of 679. So once we broke that, we broke the support. It's only a matter of where is the market gonna now find support. At this moment, we're only shorting the whole day inside this huge range. So you guys see from 361 all the way to 756. That's gonna be our range for the day. It's 400 points, guys. 400 points. So we're already down a total of 168 points from the top to the bottom. Where is it going to stop? That's what you need to ask yourself. And how do you know not to get trapped? The way you're going to know not to get trapped is if this is a valid prior like resistance to turn into support, do we actually flush a few points down, which would be ideally 30 points, right? This is why I say 30 points is an ideal stop loss for 1 micro. 2 micros max. You're not going to lose a lot of money, but the moment that we tap it and then we tap it again, it's ideal to take it. Now look how the market's creating a V shape on the 1 minute. That's really strong, but look, we're tapping one more time a support area that we already assigned, right? So if this was prior support, now we're retesting if that support will become resistance. You always have to ask yourself, is supply now turning into support or is support turning into resistance? Look, our boy Fossil is saying 15-minute demand zone turn on NQ. Let's look at that. So why is this support? Look at this candle right here. This is what he's talking about. See how right here we had this neutral candle? So basically, Ronnie would tell me, hey, Rico, set up a fib and put a demand zone there for the reasons that this is a neutral candle. My demand zone would be more low right here because I know that there were certain areas that we do have to tap, which they already did. So, it came into the zone, which is a neutral candle. So if anything, let's delete my old one just because we reacted from this. I want you guys to create a demand zone from 587 and 601. Create like a nice little long, and make sure it's wick to wick, guys. Because now if we came here to create some kind of demand, does it come back and get tested? That's going to be your next question. Your next question is, if this was a strong demand that pushed up almost back into supply. Look at this, it's crazy. Total of 93 points. So if we dropped a total of 160 points to go back up 93 points, we already know that there's buyers protecting the zone, or they're trying to come back to take everybody that they're trying to kill both sides. They're squeezing sellers, going back into supply. The supply get retested. This is right now we are retesting supply. All right. So right now we have a 15-minute gap, right? You can already see market starting to slow down a little bit once entering the supply. So the people on the top are now selling and protecting the zone. So we just tapped it. It started to show that resistance. You can see it in real time. And what happens next? We just gotta wait. Imagine one of you guys entered here and then you didn't protect yourself to say break even right away just because you would be stuck in the zone. Would be iffy.
I had a demand zone right there, and I just made $800 going
Beautiful.
on 1 mini.
Beautiful.
I know, but I'm driving, guys, so I'm not able to multitask. I wasn't focused on you guys. Sorry.
You're
But
fine.
yeah, like that is, you need to pull the trigger on your trades.
No,
You
no, no.
know,
I
look,
was I was waiting for my specific optimal trade entry. Remember, I'm trying to practice patience.
Right. Yeah, I know. But we are creating downside structure today. So let's see if we could break above that little pivot
Right.
that was created.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going back on you.
You're fine. Give me 1 second, guys. I have to cough. All right, so supply is getting retested. So let's see what happens. Do we take out everybody until the optimal 720, 724? I'm sorry, 725. You could already see that we're just hanging around VWAP. Any questions, guys? Any questions? This is a good time to ask me any questions. There's no wrong or dumb question. If there's anything you don't understand, the floor is open. This is technically you guys getting free pick my brain, you know? It's like I'm writing to my other chats. Uh, supply. It's still not time to enter your short, guys. So 3 minutes, 698 entered the supply. It's sort of creating like an equal high. We're filling this imbalance right here. The 660s become a demand again. Let's see. Yeah, look, wick to wick. You see the wick to wick at 653? And that strong reaction up. That doesn't mean it's long, right? But you can see the reaction of Y on the 3 minute. This is scalper land, guys. You're technically getting in, protecting your break even, and hoping for the best. Because now we see how buyers are protecting a zone inside a zone, and now they're trying to break those resistance. And that 5 minute continuation candle is a little scary. This wick right here is strong. This means buyers are still present and they're holding the line. Think of like a war, right? You have those little frontliners that they're holding. That's the pushback they got, but they're still holding. Oof, and look, they got overcarried. It's literally a storyline, guys. That's all it is. So as you can see, it got breached at 648. It got breached, and now we're just like in this war zone. It's like a live auction between buyers and sellers. We're gonna see like an explosive move at any moment. In my opinion, it's more short than long. Yep.
What time frame is your chart?
I'm at 5 minute right now.
5 minutes. Yeah. See on the 5 minute, you can see we already created that reversal structure to take some more room to the downside. So, um, like I can see it very clearly. We broke the uptrend on the 5. So we are still upholding the uptrend until like that lower zone gets broken. That one on the very bottom. And then once that gets broken, shorts will be in play. But let's be patient. I literally am up like $2,700 today because I traded one mini
Mhm.
all day. And that's amazing. Guys, I didn't take my first trade till I got in the car. So like literally that is very cool to read price action and see this. Like we could all trade the way that I'm trying to teach you guys how to trade. It works time and time again. Oh shoot, I gotta go. All right. I'm going back on mute.
All right, guys. Perfect. Let's see here. So we do have our orb top and bottom, and we're still inside the open range, guys. So open price hasn't really given us a clear direction for the rest of the day, even though that down structure is already showing. I think right now we're just gonna see them take both sides and then make a real move. Yo, NX, did you activate those two new accounts?
Just the one.
Or what are you waiting for the second one?
We'll see. Maybe give it a week or so.
Trying to break in the nervousness, huh?
Yep. This morning though, I did catch that short. I caught it at I believe 690
Mm-hmm.
and I wrote it down to I believe 636. Made a good 934. That was on 5 micros.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm done for the day.
I think you're done, bro. I think you should log out or activate the other one. Let's take another one. Oh man.
You love having two accounts. I'm not ready for it. I know I'm not ready for it. I get too
Hey,
greedy.
the good thing is that you passed it and you have it ready in case you have, you know, there's a blowout on a second like funded account, you're ready to take it on. But remember,
That's it.
you want to have as many funded accounts ready, so you're constantly ready to just pull trigger and saying, I need the money. Let's go. Market conditions are great. Let's go. But yeah,
That's
900,
it.
bro, it's fantastic for 3 months trading. $900, take it and run.
Will do.
Yeah, bro.
All right, I'm gonna head out, guys. I got a bunch of homework I gotta do today.
You're good, bro. Have a good one, all right?
Take care, guys.
Got it, bro. Hey, Karen, how are you today? Karen, are you a man or a girl? I never asked, bro. Or girl, I'm sorry.
Yo, it's 2025, bro. You can be anything.
Hey, I'm a conservative. I don't believe in that. Hey, yo, Monk, what's good, bro? I don't hear you. I don't hear you that clear, bro.
I'm eating dinner, bro.
Oh, okay. You're good. You're good, bro. How
I'm
you
long
been?
from 71.
You're long from 71?
Yeah,
You said 701 or 711?
71, and I'm break even.
Very nice. Very nice. Let's see here. What I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for them to take out the early sellers, and maybe they flush down one more time so I can actually feel comfortable taking this down all the way to like 580, 520. But the body hits the floor, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're expecting two additional rate cuts for the year. I don't know how that's possible, but okay. They're expecting two more rate cuts.
1 hour is very bullish though.
Hmm.
You're looking for shorts.
Yeah, it is. That is a bullish signal. I'm glad that you brought it up. So you guys see this dragonfly right here? This is a dragonfly doji. So dragonfly dojis basically just mean we tapped the demand and we pushed to the upside and they just couldn't take control. Sellers were like literally swept. But again, we're still battling a higher time frame supply. As long as we're flushing back down, we should be able to be okay with whatever the market wants to do. I think we're still inside the orb top and orb bottom. So open range is still iffy. I wouldn't take just anything blindly yet. It could be just a range day, guys. We don't know that. So we're like basing on top of prior resistance. And look, it's a CRT on the 4 hour. Look, same thing we talked about yesterday. CRT. You see how it never went above the oh, this is a beautiful. You know what, guys?
Order filled.
I can't miss on this opportunity. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna add my short here, and I'll add another position later on. I could do a $50 risk here. I could have waited a little bit more, but I like the CRT.
Wait, you're short.
Yeah, it's a CRT on the 4 hour. If you look at the 4 hour, I mean, it could turn into a 4 bar candle, right? Um, but the fact that this supply zone has been getting retested and it's been good, I want to be more than comfortable saying that we could just be at the top of the range and come right back down. I'll take a $200 day. I could take a $200 day.
We're on opposing ends right now.
So there's 721 for Andrea. If you're short, Andrea, your 721 is right there.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna get better than that, girl.
Yep, I'm in with you, 721.
Beautiful. Let's see here. Look, I'm gonna add, there's this neutral candle here, so I'm gonna add my stop a little bit higher at 736 just to be safe that I don't get stopped out and then it moves without me. That's gonna be a $63 loss for the day. So there's 723. 723 is looking very, very strong with the bears. But damn, these buyers are like, damn. Could have been a little bit more patient. Got my optimal trade entry. Let me look at the orb top. So we are already on the 5 minute. We are breaching over the orb top, by the way, guys. I'm gonna just be cautious here. 734, just because it looks really strong. Once we have rapid fire down movement, I could add to my position and make a lot of money, guys. It's just being patient. So there's our optimal trade entry 726 that we have here at this note that I created earlier today. Yeah, they're gonna breach this zone, guys. They're already breaching this. There is no news today. Oh, there was news. Unemployment.
8:30.
Yeah, there was news.
They didn't really do that much, to be honest. How's your interview, bro?
Bro, it went well, bro. I got pretty much hired and everything. I just gotta pass through what's called a CETA badge. Um, but I'll talk about that outside of the recording, just for purposes of privacy.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
Let's see here.
That's good. Happy for you.
But yeah, everything went well. Everything went well, brother. Let's see here.
Great.
Order filled.
I just heard my order fill. All right, so there goes $58 loss for the day. Now I have one more trade inside of me to stop and say I'm done. Let's see what happens. So we do have an SMT on the 5 minute, by the way. That would be an SMT on the 5 minute, correct?
We have a very, very big SMT actually, from Asian lows all the way to London lows. ES took out Asian and London, and NQ took out neither. So it's a very big bullish SMT.
Wow.
It edged my TP by 0.5 points. This shit better hit.
705. So that was 34 points, $58. Let's see here. So 2 points. So two micros will always be $100 for 30 points. Okay.
TP
Gotta
here,
remember
boys.
that.
I'm gonna head out.
Dale, Monk. Have a good one, brother. Enjoy yourself.
See y'all tomorrow. Yo, I wanted to ask, what is that thing you say? That
Which?
valid. What is that?
What?
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
Like when someone says goodbye, like you Dalit.
Oh, dale. Dale is like saying, all right, peace out. Dale. You gotta say it with style, you know?
In Spanish.
Yeah, you gotta say it like dale, you know?
Dalit.
Hey, there you go. Dale, bro.
Dalit, bro.
You dale.
Take care.
You too, brother. All right, so we're getting some. Now this is the real higher time frame supply zone. As you guys can see, we're stalling here. It's not just like rocketing anymore. I might pull the trigger here, but it's a little iffy, guys. A little iffy for me. Let's see here. It's just so bullish on the 5 minute. It's like everything is just continuing. Ronnie would look at me crazy right now. Anybody take any longs or
It's
shorts yet?
because, like, you know how last week I taught you guys about the Globex trap trade?
Yeah.
And I said, like, if the market is overextended to one side, like, so we were long all night in the overnight hours. You're going to look for a retracement into a 15-minute or 30-minute zone. So Fossil, from my understanding, said he was long at the 15-minute, right?
Yeah.
So that was our trap. Sellers literally went and trapped. Sellers got trapped there at the 15-minute zone because that is a bear trap. Okay, we're dropping the people who are short bias, and they're thinking, okay, look at this downside structure. That structure needed to be broken for a downtrend to be in play, but because that structure didn't get broken, the Globex trap was in play and it played out perfectly. Now we're at an area of supply that that broke the uptrend and put us into a sideways trend. So anything can happen right here. You got to be very cautious and cognizant at this point and wait for price to give you permission. The trade already happened twice. Okay? Like the really good trade happened twice today already. So we got to be patient. If you guys like want me to go over Globex traps a little bit more thoroughly, I will. I need to see what my schedule is like because I really need to teach you guys this stuff. I really, really do, but I'm trying. So if you are taking what I'm saying and that seed is getting sowed, good job. But Fossil, I was able to mentor him for a year. So he knows my style.
Right.
And he's great at this. So, is he in here?
No, not at the moment, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, like, him and I will trade very similarly, although he's adding some ICT concepts. But if we break this high, the overnight high, then I would look for pullbacks into demand on a 3-minute, 6-minute, or 9-minute chart. Clear and compelling demand that broke out of structure. So that is what I would be looking for. I'm pretty sure I'm done for the day because I don't want to be greedy. But you guys, if you haven't taken any trades, that is something that you will look for in the future. See if the market's overextended to one side, and then go to a 15-minute chart, go to a 30-minute chart, and look for an area of supply or demand to potentially have a trap trade and let it play. You know, the trap trade will always work. If you get a reaction off of it, a bounce, expect it for a long play, like a longer duration play. So,
Yeah, like for example, right now we do have a trap trade here. Well, it's not a trap trade. It's technically that supply on the 30 seconds, so on the 15 seconds. So on the lower time frame, this would be a really, really strong area that we can potentially come back down into. Like from here back into that 720-ish. If you look at 759 on the 15-second, it'll be a quick scalp, and you could already see how that reversal is already happening as I'm talking about. Even better on the 30-second, it looks clean. 1 minute also has it the neutral candle on 752. Yeah, 752. Look at that. Let me see something here. 752 is already getting tapped.
Order
I'm
filled.
gonna take it. Let me see here.
Short?
752. Yeah. So I'm putting my stop really tight at 758. This will be my last
Uh,
trade. I should have taken it from the top though. So let's see if I can at least break even once I have my money back. If I'm wrong, guys. This would be my second trade that I would be calling a day. So I'm playing top of the range, basically. Let's see here. Ronnie would be looking at me crazy right now.
I am looking at you crazy. But I mean, I will scold you later.
I gotta pull the trigger on what I believe, right? I gotta pull the trigger. So look, as you can see, I should have entered in this zone, 750, 754, 753. Let me see. I have to pull the trigger, guys. And the good thing is that I'm taking minimal risk of 40, 50 bucks. It's not like I can't make that back. I can make my money back.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if we can retrace to that,
All right, so it looks like supply was respected at 753, guys. So if you're entering, you're only entering 1 or 2 micros and your stop is 759. If you're entering here, please don't be full porting your account. This is not a zone that you want to be full ported. This is a zone that you just want to test and add as we go to the downside, all right? So right now, our target for right now would be somewhere about 680-ish, 690s. That would be the first target for a pullback. And if we break that zone, we continue to the downside somewhere along 660s. Ronnie would look at me crazy right now when she calls me. Let's see here. Hey Steve, what's up, brother? How you doing? I didn't even see you there. This will be my last trade for the morning if I take a loss here, guys. One of the things that Ronnie's teaching me, guys, is making sure that I pull the trigger the moment the market taps a zone that I believe in. I shouldn't be taking it once it moves out of it because your stop would be above the area. So if we tap here, your stop would like be 2, 3 points off. That's why I call her the 2 tick queen, because she's pulling the trigger where she believes on these little trades that are called trap trades or like demand or supply based off that 15-30 minute zone that she's always looking for. So notice how on the 1 minute, right, we're respecting that 750 zone, 753, 754. We're respecting it. We're not even going above 755. The moment we go above 755, she's gonna tell me I'm wrong. Like my trade is already invalidated. That's why I'm giving myself the high pivot point here as my stop, which is ideally 47 points. And I added 2 micros so I can make my money back. Like once we're flushing below like 60, $70 and below a certain level on the fib, I already know I can maximize my trade. Look how it's still getting respected. So once we breach that zone, then I already know I'm in the wrong trade. Like it's manipulation to go to the down. It's manipulation to go up. So it is what it is. I accept the loss. I accept the loss and I move on. One of the things I'm gonna make sure about this XFA is that I pull the trigger when I find the need to pull the trigger. And if I'm wrong,
Order
I'm wrong.
filled.
So just like that, I'm down $100 for the day. And this will be pretty much what I'll be doing every single day. I should have pulled the trigger in the beginning, right? And I should have pulled the trigger somewhere along the lines here to go into here to see if we're gonna fight the zone like we did already. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You just manage your risk and cut that loss ASAP. Anybody have any questions before we log out for the day? Or better said, for the morning? I don't even have my chat open. My bad, guys. I took 1 micro, 50 points. Very beautiful. Nice. Oh, Karen, you're a guy. My bad, bro. My bad. You're good, brother. Wonderful, guys. So I'm gonna let you guys go with that. Thank you so much for being here today. I will continue having these live sessions. I'm sorry that this week I've just been super busy with a lot, and we finally have the funded account ready to go. So let's get money going. Let's get money going, guys. Wanna have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.